So, guys, this is Eric and Johnny right here from the inner circle of Dallas.
What's up?
What's up? All right, and what are we going to talk about today, Johnny?
You decided we bring up the topic of day twos, what to do and what not to do, and how to get laid on day twos.
Of course. So, the first thing not to do is don't text the girl because she does not want to be texted during a day two. So, never schedule a day two with a girl. Correct?
What? What? I'm confused. So how are you supposed to get her out? I don't get it.
You convey everything on the first time you meet her, and then she's like, she knows you.
No, but you said don't text her.
Nah,
day two, like.
I'm fucking around, dude.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah,
holy shit.
yeah,
I'm like,
see.
are we
like,
doing that?
I'm like trying to get warmed up for like this talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I think personally for a day two, obviously you have to text her. You have to meet up with her.
Okay.
But I think where most guys fuck up is the text game. They blame their text game. Like, why is the girl not coming out with me? It's because they blame it too much. Like, oh, well, my text game sucks. The girl doesn't text back, and my text game.
Yeah.
I personally do not believe in that. I think that if the girl is not texting you back, or she doesn't want to come out with you for a day two, it's most likely on the initial interaction. You definitely fuck something up. It's not something that's inevitable. You're always going to get flakes, but it's something that you're probably doing. And don't blame your text game. Just kind of always look at what vibe am I conveying to the girl.
Of course. So it's like phone or text game.
Yeah.
It's like that's what most guys will pin it out to.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh fuck,
my text game sucks.
Yeah, my text game sucks. Max, help me, or like give me the antidote to cure this so I could never get flakes. Like
there is no cure for flakes.
Yeah.
You can reduce it, like like Todd always talks about. You can definitely reduce flaking, but there is no cure for flakes. As long as you are in the game, you will get flakes.
Of course.
That is inevitable. I think everyone should know that.
And it's like it's rejections too. Rejections, flakes. It's like it's part of life. It's like you would hear like people say like, give me the right text message to send to this woman so I could never get flaked. But like dude, like I've tried this shit. Like have you ever like seen the Simple Pickup app?
I think I downloaded that.
Yeah, I have like all their lines.
Yeah.
And I spent like $20 on it, but like but like most of them are like like stupid or like outrageous.
Yeah.
But like most of them work, but it's not like it's not your antidote. It's like it's whatever. It like guys would use it and then they're like, but it's not working. Give me the next line. Give me the next line. Like something to do, but
I think going back to what we were talking about on day twos. Also, I have had a higher success rate when I call girls. When I put them on the phone. Usually, what I'll do is if I get the girl's number and I know she's going to flake. Like I think we all get that feeling of a girl is going to flake. The number is flaky. It sucks.
Yeah.
I will actually not even text her and just straight up fucking call her.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, who is this? Who is this? And I'll tell her exactly who I am.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh, and it's too awkward for her to hang up.
Yeah,
so she has to listen to you.
Damn.
But you knew that number was gonna flake anyway. So through the phone, you kind of like build that shit way back up. Something you couldn't do through text because I can almost guarantee you she wasn't gonna text you back. So if you want to get a girl on a date two and she hasn't texted you, she's not gonna text you back.
Right.
You're almost 80 or 90% sure. Call that girl, call her up, and she may not, like you at first, but that's where your game comes out. You talk about anything you want, build that comfort back up, and then she most likely will come out with you.
Right. From your your experience.
From that's definitely from my experience.
Yeah.
I try that all the time when I know my numbers are gonna flake.
Of course.
And
that's like time commitment too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most guys, they're like, I don't want to call, or I don't want to approach. Like it's the same thing, like clicking that call button.
Yeah, for sure.
They're scared. So
I think Yeah, for sure. Calling a girl is showing a shit ton of intent. It's like,
Yeah.
it's conveying so many things like entitlement and I deserve this girl.
Right.
I mean, would you call a girl that you felt was on a pedestal? Probably not, right? So when you're calling her, it's like conveying, I deserve you, I'm entitled, I've had girls like you before. And that just demonstrates, that's extremely attractive to a girl.
Cool.
But that's as far as getting a day two.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys can get day twos. That's not the problem.
Right.
I think the problem lies where getting laid on a day two. When you're actually on the day two, how do you close?
How do you close?
Exactly. Like.
Oh yeah. Like most guys think that they're entitled, that the girl's gonna close them.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I'm on a date two now. Like, she's gonna do, like, she's into me. I'm just gonna let it be what it be.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is. But I like the way Tyler says it. It's like dates or like date twos are mainly. It was built for a guy, because we need to learn like how to, step shit further. It's still part of the initial interaction.
Yeah.
The girl is already hooked, because she's going on a fucking date with you.
Yeah.
So the philosophy of like closing, man. Like, how would you put it? On a date two.
Okay, so definitely on a date two. Like Todd always says, close early, close, I forgot exactly how that thing goes, but pretty much what it's saying is close from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The minute I talk to a girl, the minute I meet her up for a day two, I'm already closing.
Yeah.
I'm asking girls like, oh, so do you have a bedtime tonight? I'm obviously not going to ask them, what time do you have to be home tonight? That's a stupid question. I'd ask them like, oh, you look kind of like a bad girl. Do you have a bedtime? Right. And then she'd be like, no, I don't have a bedtime, or things like that, right?
Right.
Make sure that you're always closing. That way you find out the objections later and you have the entire day literally to hang, to fucking nail those excuses or,
Oh, and a big one too. I'd say that most guys really fuck up on is like the environment, where the fuck they plan it, if you're gonna plan a day two, try to plan it as close where the pool location is,
exactly.
Like where you're gonna pool, because like I used to do this back then. Like I would go all the way to Dallas, which is like 45 minutes where I live, and like it's not the best thing, like trying to initiate the pool.
Yeah.
But because
we're driving right now, guys, by the way, so
yeah. So like the environment is huge, if like the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I find that works for me. Yeah, we're gonna go on Dallas.
Gotcha.
And what works for me is when I have the girl sitting in front of me and I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
That does a lot of things.
Yeah.
One, it conveys her personality. You're building a lot of comfort with the girl, but you can also talk about stories that build value. Talk about the time you went to Vegas or you did all this crazy shit, and that's your value. But you can also build comfort because you can qualify the girl. The girl's telling you about herself, and the more she's talking, you get the girl talking, and she's telling you about herself.
Right.
That's building comfort. When girls talk about themselves a lot, it's usually to people who they trust or things like that.
Of course.
And so when I have the girl sitting in front of me, that is like the best opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that I can work the close, but going back to close early.
You're right.
I'll definitely figure out my logistics early on during the day.
Right.
And if she says, oh well, I have this thing later on, and always plan your day twos at night, like from 6 to 7. Because if it's during the day, she's probably, it's like not sexy. Like during the day,
it's not sexy
it's
at
not
all.
Fucking sexy at all. Like going to a park during the day is different than going to a park when it's dark. It's like, holy shit, we might fuck.
Yeah.
So always plan your day twos late at night. Hopefully, not always, but calibrate to what you feel the girl will be comfortable doing. But
make her feel comfortable,
Also,
by her like decisions, what she makes.
Exactly. You don't want to put too much pressure on the day, and she doesn't come out and sees you at all.
Right. And
don't say come to the park behind this tree at 2 a.m.
And then she's like, what the fuck,
Exactly.
I've had that shit happen, and like I usually plan my dates around, I say same, about hitting evening,
Yeah.
hitting evening, and after 10, or that time is like, that's when magic's supposed to happen, or there's not even an initial time, it's like, just make shit happen
Exactly.
during the day too, because, like, most guys, I want to say, like, when do you think, like, guys usually eject, like, off the date too,
I from my experience personally,
Yeah.
I find it very hard to give up on a date because the girl is already there.
Right.
She's sitting there with you. She's talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
There may be times where you fall off and you're coming from this like creepy guy frame when you're trying to close super hard.
Yeah.
You're obviously like conveying this creepy guy frame, and you have time. Remember, guys, if it's you always have time to rebuild any comfort or any value that you lost along the
Right.
way. So never feel that just because a girl is rejecting you in the early times. Sometimes she may need like time to warm up, time to warm up to you. Don't feel like you have to give up, all because she's giving you like a bit of shit. She's telling you you look stupid, or that oh well we have to take things slow because I'm shy. If she tells you things like that, don't fucking believe it. I've been on dates where girls were too shy to hold my hand. 3 hours later, they were sucking my dick in a parking lot.
Holy shit.
That I'm glad I had those kinds of epiphanies because I know now that even if a girl tells you, oh well, I listen to God all the time. You're probably gonna edit that out. But I've had virgin girls who say they're never going to have sex, until they get married.
Right.
I'm fucking them within 2 hours in a park while they're standing. That's why I never truly believe
in what a girl says.
Not yeah, exactly.
Like false promises, right?
Exactly. If she's giving you a bit of shit in the beginning of the date, that doesn't give you a reason. Oh well, fuck, I'm just gonna go home now and jack off because she doesn't. It's not looking like it's going anywhere. Trust me, you can make it work. You have to put in the work, and you can eventually enjoy the fruits later when she's like chasing you and you're fucking her and things like that.
Oh, dude, I can't go to this mall.
Oh shit, I thought that's where we were going.
No. Oh, by the way, guys, I got banned from this mall.
It's packed though, dude.
Yeah, it is packed.
You wanna try? It is pretty packed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you don't want to try.
Well, I mean, they said they would arrest me.
Because I figured, because we passed Galleria, and I was like, okay, well, I think he wants to go to Northmart.
No, I thought we were gonna go to the Galleria.
No, you passed Galleria a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Go this way?
Yeah, we go this way.
Alright, cool. Alright, back to what we were saying.
So if definitely do not give up if it's early on during the set, and well, not the set, but like the date.
Yeah.
And this girl's giving you shit. She's telling you she's not that kind of girl. Do not give up. Definitely, you can still turn things around. You have a lot of time to turn around. Don't take yourself too seriously. Especially,
like, you have so much risks that you can take during day twos. Like,
for sure.
It's not a joke. Say if you're, like, in a venue or, just in a venue, wherever you meet her up, like, she could leave anytime.
Exactly.
Like, then the risks are done, like, you will never see the girl again. But from there, it's like, okay, you have your opportunity to do whatever the fuck you want. You could fuck up. You could look like a weirdo.
Yeah.
But you could flip shit around.
Yeah.
Just it just shows how badly you want it. If you're like, oh, she said this, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna try anymore. Like, she's she's a virgin. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, try to make it work in your favor.
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy shit.
Also, another thing that I want to add on to me that definitely works so well for me during day twos, for girls who, this is usually for girls who come from like a very stringent family. They're very conservative, and the girls, you can see that in their personality, the way they dress, the way they talk. This also goes back to finding her blueprint. But I frame sex like it's no big deal. When I'm on the date, I love to do this. When I frame sex like it's no big deal. So, for example, if the girl's telling me, I think sex should be sacred and it should only be safe for marriage.
Right.
I'll definitely turn that around and say, Well, you know, I've always loved sex. You know, sex is so awesome. I think anyone who doesn't have sex is, you know, they're missing out. Sex is amazing, and pretty much you want to frame it like if she did have sex with you, she wouldn't be a slut in your eyes. She would even be amazing in your eyes. I even on dates I usually tell girls, well, you know, I think I have always personally liked girls who were experienced in bed, and I've never really liked girls who have had, like, you know, 3 or 4 guys. I've only been with 3 or 4 guys. I really like girls who are really experienced. Now, is that necessarily true? Probably not. But
he likes the nasty sluts.
Exactly. But the girl is thinking now, holy shit. Well, also if you're a highly valued guy, you know. But if she's now thinking, wow, this guy, I can actually have sex with him, because girls want sex. They want you to fuck them, but you have to make it happen. She's not gonna make it happen. She's not gonna put your dick out at Froyo Land and tell you to fuck her.
Right.
She wants to have it, and so at the end of that, you know, I'll frame it like, okay, well, yeah, having sex with me would be a plus in my book. If you fucked me, it would make you stand out from any other girl.
Right.
And then the girl's thinking, okay, well, wow, I can actually even have sex with this guy, and he'd actually might even potentially date me because of it. That in her mind is like, okay, well, that's a plus. I get to have sex, and I get to have, like, you know, a cool, amazing guy. So the girl is now more willing to have sex with you, because girls usually go on a date thinking, oh, well, I'm not going to put out because it's going to think I'm a slut.
Right.
But if you turn that around...
It's a frame battle.
Exactly.
Like, your frame against her frame.
Exactly.
And, like, whoever's, like, stronger is going to win, you know? And, you know, don't look at it, like, when I say, like, frame battle, I'm not saying, like, it's a competition between you and the girl. So, Mortal Kombat, fatality kind of no, it's like, you want to look at it like
you're assisting the girl to have sex with you because she wants it. Trust me, guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on a date. The girl wants to fuck you.
Right.
She's thought about it. She's probably wearing the sexiest underwear. She probably shaved for you.
Right.
Think about that. She probably shaved her pussy for you because she wants you to fuck her. But you're assisting. Look at it this way.
Yeah.
You're assisting her to make her feel comfortable to get something she already wants. You're not going against her. It's not manipulative.
Right.
It's you're helping her get something that she truly wants.
Right. And just keeping that strong frame, like, oh, this exists. Like I fucking, like, I believe in this. Like, if you believe in the shit that we're talking about right now, like, you'll have that frame. But if you come into a mentality where, oh no, whatever the girl is right, you know, she's in the pedestal. Whatever she says is right, and that is the only way. If I listen to her, it is the only way I'll get laid. Like, listen to the girl on how she feels. Calibration, of course.
For sure.
But girls, like we said, it's false promises. You know, their emotions lie to them. Like, oh, like, logically they're like, I don't want to have sex, but, you know, emotionally they're like, yeah, you know,
exactly.
I want this shit to happen, and it's gonna happen.
For sure.
So it's.
I think also adding on to that, I think that on a date too, you definitely you can listen to all the techniques and what to do and all that, but you definitely have. I want to talk about some beliefs, like some beliefs that you have to have. Well, you don't necessarily have to have, but they're extremely helpful. Like, if you adopt these beliefs, going on a date too, or, you know, even in general with girls, you will do really well because you'll convey these beliefs to your body language. She'll feel more comfortable around you. And the first belief would definitely have to be girls like sex.
Abundance.
So,
yeah.
Girls like sex. That is definitely the first belief, because you have to understand, a woman, she wants her, you know, it's in her genetics to look for the best suitable partner. If you're that guy, she will fuck you.
Right.
If you're not, nice to meet you. You know how that goes. So that's one belief. You definitely have to adopt that. It conveys, you know, I'm good with women. I know what women want, and I'm only good with them because I've been with a lot of them. So the girl would definitely find that attractive.
Of course, it's like cavemen. You know, caveman times. You know how the pickup community likes to say that, but it's a great analogy because, you know, when we talk about like looks
Yeah.
or money, you know, like back then, caveman times, they didn't give a shit about that. You know, Justin Bieber wasn't the one getting all the pussy back then,
For sure, yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's like whatever the guy, like, boom, like, did he have an did he had like a passion, whatever, like he was fucking, he's like, I'm gonna fucking live, I'm the motherfucker, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, you want to be like that. The fucking cavemans that live like that, entitled as fuck. Entitlement.
Yeah.
It might be the second belief, dude.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, no, for sure.
yeah, because it's just being entitled and all the information that you're listening to, like, holy shit, like, this is the shit.
So like what you're saying is like being entitled that you deserve.
Right.
I get that. Yeah, it's definitely.
And like from there, it's just, that's the beginning of like you like showing your personality even more, dude. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's just showing your passion, you know, to
Yeah.
her. It's like, bam, like, this guy is fucking real. Like, if I fuck him, his cum is like active as fuck. It's not like just like slow and limp and shit. Like, no. It's like, it's active shit. So it's that's a good one. Entitlement and fucking what you said about like girls want to fuck.
Want sex.
Yeah, girls want to fuck.
And I think that's a belief that a lot of guys in pickup,
Mm-hmm.
they hear about it, they listen to it, but they truly haven't internalized it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what going out a lot and getting pussy pretty much, you get that. You adopt that belief.
Mm-hmm.
And once you actually internalize that belief will help you. But the second one is believe that getting sex on the first date is possible.
Oh, yeah.
I am at the point now where I truly do believe that if a girl comes out with me,
Mm-hmm.
there's a really high percentage chance that she will be fucking me that night.
Nice.
I that is a guarantee. Like, if my friend bet me, I wouldn't bet a high amount of money, but I know that if she comes out with me,
Mm-hmm.
I may not fuck her, but I'm going to try.
Right.
I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it's not possible. I'm not going to try.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of girls, they even tell you in the beginning, oh well, I don't really like to put out, you know, and I don't listen to that because I've been with so many girls on day 2's,
Yeah.
and I fucked them, and I've had that enough to believe that, you know what, it is possible. I've done it before. Yeah. I've had girls like you before, even worse than you, telling me, you know, that they won't do something like that. And yeah, you're gonna go ahead and get on this left lane, and you're gonna get merged onto 635.
Gotcha.
And they told me that, and then, you know, we ended up having sex, and
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, the girl wants to have sex. Obviously, it's not like, oh, I won and the girl lost. No,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the girl, she's winning because she had sex with you. So definitely do believe it is possible,
Mm-hmm.
even if you haven't done it yourself. If you've never had sex during a day 2,
Mm-hmm.
trust me when I say that. You know, look at guys that, you know, are a bit more advanced than you,
Yeah.
and realize that they've done it. So you know what, it is possible. You just don't have the kind of like communication style or
Yeah.
the kind of game to kind of pull that shit off yet. But know that it is possible.
Right. It's just communicating to yourself too, like telling yourself it's possible.
Exactly.
You know, it's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
And like your brain wants proof, not promises. So like how Todd says, you know, it's like,
yeah, proof not promises.
so just fucking show your brain the proof. You know, take the risk, take that extra step, because once you start taking those extra steps, you start, you know, even if you're like, damn, like I took that step, you know, but man, you know, I could have been doing this, you know, but at least you're there. Now you know like where you're standing, and you have more chances of improving. And you know, if you don't take that risk, then you have no chances of improving, and you might be even more shittier, you know. Like fucking John gave me like some fucking feedback about my game, and I'm like, I'm learning, baby, I'm learning, but like the truth hurts, but
It hurts,
fuck it,
you know,
fuck it, take it like a man, you know.
Exactly.
Like, and once you go through that shit, you know, and every day you're like that, you know, you're writing your references, or, you know, you're improving on yourself every day, like you'll get good at this, you know. It's it's a journey to itself. So.
Also, that's definitely those two beliefs that we were just talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Those are beliefs that will help you so much. Like, so much. It's ridiculous how much adopting those two beliefs will just help you. You know, you'll be conveying those high value traits that only guys who have done it.
Yeah.
You know, get. Definitely though, another thing. We're stepping into like the technical side of game.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, you adopt those beliefs. Believe it is possible. And but another thing, you're not going to fuck the girl if you don't get physical with her. If throughout the entire day you're going out and you never touch her, you never even graze her shoulder or, you know, or anything, the conversation is probably very platonic. You are not going to fuck the girl. Do not try to close when she's leaving. And she's leaving. You haven't built up, you know, enough sexual tension or anything. And, you know, she's leaving. And you're like, oh shit, well, I have to close. Mm-hmm. And she leaves. Yeah, she's going to fucking leave, you know, because you didn't try anything.
Right.
Definitely get physical with her. What I usually do is right the minute I see the girl, I grab her hand. And I'll lead her around. So the minute I see her, literally like within 30 seconds, I'll hug her. I'll look at her and maybe compliment her on whatever she looks, you know, or how she looks. And at the light, you're going to make a left.
Okay.
And I'll grab her by the hand, and she'll accept the frame because she's probably more nervous than you are. If you're a player, if you're a fucking pickup artist, you know, you're probably going on a lot of dates. So she doesn't. You know, she maybe experiences this maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So she's nervous.
Of course.
And so she's going to accept the frame of whatever frame you put out to her. Mm-hmm. If you put out the frame like, oh, well, this is going to be a very boring date, you know, you know, we're going to go out and fucking drink coffee and then I might be your boyfriend. Fuck that. Like, you want to be conveying, hey, I'm the wild guy that you've never met. Mm-hmm. And, you know, chances are we might fuck tonight. You want to be conveying that. So the minute I see the girl, I hug her or something like that, mm-hmm. and I grab her hand. And some girls are not going to be comfortable with this, but mostly 80% of them are. And that's a huge step. That's a huge step that you take, and that's like an hour worth of work, and that you just take it immediately. And the girl, if she accepts it, you're now in the frame of, oh, okay, well, you guys almost look like a couple. Right. And, you know, people will think of you as a couple. And it's not like the awkward, oh, we're getting to know each other. It's now like man to woman. And chances of sex are so much greater. So definitely get physical on the date.
Sweet. Awesome fucking shit. Wow. We've just arrived at the mall. Fixing to shoot some infield and, you know.
So you guys see that. Yeah. I don't know if Eric's actually going to post this on that inner circle, but we're going to get some info.
We'll show you. I'll show you what I got. John will show you what he got, and that's what we got. You know. Anything else you want to add to that?
Let me see. I think definitely
condom usage.
Yeah, obviously use a condom. But when before you turn it off, mm-hmm. always remember if you haven't really had too much success on day 2's, mm-hmm. always try for something. Even if it fails, try mm-hmm. for something. Try, like. Don't go home. I always had this belief where I'm not gonna go home without mm-hmm. trying to even at least kiss her or escalate. Now I'm obviously like trying to fuck.
Yeah, I could go this way.
And but never go home, even if she's like no, next time or something. Try for it. Go, you know, do things that are uncomfortable for you. That's where the growth takes place.
Yeah, and, go against your gut. Exactly. You know, like even if you're like I don't want to do it, I feel uncomfortable. Just go for it. See what happens and. You know, that's where the changing pattern begins, you know? Like, so.
We just got here, guys, so.
All right, guys. We'll see you around. Take it easy. See you next time.